හැමදෙනාටම තෙරුවන් සරණයි. මේ ඊයේ අපි භවය ගැන කතා කර හිටියා. අදත් භවය කියන එක තව විස්තර කරගන්න, තව පැහැදිලි කරගන්න නම් හොඳයි.
Therwan Sarana, everybody, yesterday we were talking about Baba or existence, and it seems it's good to have some more information about that, so we are going to do that.
දැන් මෙතන අපි ඉගෙන ගත්ත කර්ම භව, උප්පත්ති භව කියලා දෙකක් තියෙනවා කියලා. එතකොට කර්ම භවය යටතේ පුඤ්ඤාභි සංකාර, අපුඤ්ඤාභි සංකාර, ආනිඤ්ඤාභි සංකාර කියලා තුනක් තියෙනවා කිව්වා. ආන්නේ ගැන පොඩ්ඩක් කතා කරමු.
So yesterday there was this classification of Bhava as Kamma Bhava, action existence, and Uppatti Bhava, or production or birth existence. So now within the action existence we had the classification that the Bhava is of three kinds, and it is called meritorious strong formation, demeritorious strong formation, and the imperturbable kind of strong formation. I don't know the word Abhi is sometimes not translated, it's just called formation, but it's not just any kind of formation, it's called Abhisankara, which means like stronger or kind of properly formed.
එතකොට පුඤ්ඤාභි සංකාර යටතට අපි කරන දස පුණ්‍ය ක්‍රියා චේතනා දාන්න පුළුවන්.
So within the strong meritorious formation we can put those grounds for doing merits, those 10 things.
ඊට පස්සේ ඒක ඇතුළටම දාන්න පුළුවන් දස කුසල කර්මපත.
And there's 10 kind of ways of wholesome action also.
හැබැයි අර දස පුණ්‍ය ක්‍රියා කර්මපත බවට පත් වෙන ඒවා විතරයි මෙතෙන්ට ගන්න පුළුවන් කියලා මම හිතනවා. මොකද මෙතන භවපච්චය ජාති වෙනවා. ජාතියක් ගෙන දෙන්න පුළුවන් කර්මපතවලට.
But if we consider the part where the Bhava is producing existence, then we need to get the second category of the 10 ways of meritorious or wholesome action.
දැන් හැබැයි ඒ දස කුසල කර්මපත වල දානය කියන එකක් නැහැ. සීලය කියලා එකක් තියෙනවා. වෙය්‍යාවච අපචාන ධම්මසං ධම්මදේශන ඒවා කෙලින්ම අර දස කුසල කර්මපත වලට දාන්න බෑ හැබැයි.
I don't know myself probably what is this dasa kusala kammapata.
දස කුසල කම්මපත කියලා කියන්නේ ප්‍රාණඝාතයෙන් වැළකීම, සොරකමින් වැළකීම, කාමීත්‍යාචාරයෙන් වැළකීම, බොරුවෙන්, කේලමින්, පරුස වචනෙන්, හිස් වචනෙන් වැළකීම, අවිජ්ජා ව්‍යාපාද දස කුසල කර්මපත.
So because I have not heard the name for this. So this is the basic category, like in Mahachattarisaka Sutta and other places you have like what is the good things and bad things, and you have the good things, avoidance of the 3 bodily misconduct, 4 speech and 3 mind misconduct, and the bad kind of things are the opposites of 3 bodily misconduct, 4 speech misconduct, and 3 mind misconduct. So Dhamma tells it there is like some correlation but not complete correlation between those 2 lists of 10.
දැන් අනිත් 10 තමයි දානය, සීලය, භාවනාව, වෙය්‍යාවච අපචායන, ධම්මසාන ධම්මදේශනා, පක්ඛිදාන, පත්තානුමෝදනා, දිට්ඨිචුකම්. ඒ 10යි මේ 10යි ඍජුවම සම්බන්ධ කරන්න අමාරුයි.
So the 10 grounds for merit making are this giving, virtue, bhavana, meditation, kind of. One of them is like being respectful, and the other one doing the kind of duties and obligations. Then teaching Dhamma, listening to Dhamma, sharing merit, rejoicing in merit, and straightening one's view. So that's another set of 10. They are called the grounds for merit making. So there is no, there is some correlation, but not very complete direct correlation between those 10 good things and other 10 good things.
ඒකේ සම්බන්ධය පෙන්වුවොත් දැන් ප්‍රාණඝාතයෙන් සොරකමින් කාමීත්‍යාචාරයෙන් වැළකීම සහ වචනයෙන් සිද්ධ වෙන වැරදි වලින් වැළකීම සීලය කියන එක ඇතුළට දාන්න පුළුවන්.
So within that, from the 10 grounds for merit making, we can put basically the first 7 of the 10 good actions. We can put them under the sila or virtue.
ඊට පස්සේ අර අවිජ්ජා ව්‍යාපාද මිච්ඡාදිට්ඨිය වලින් වැළකීම අපිට භාවනා ඇතුළට දාන්නත් පුළුවන්.
So then the strong greed, aversion or anger, will add wrong view, like avoidance of those, we can put under meditation. Or
ditthika කම්ම කියන එකත් දාන්න පුළුවන් අර දස කුසල කර්ම පැත ඇතුළට. හැබැයි ඔක්කොම ඒ 10ම මේකට සම්බන්ධ කරන්න අමාරුයි එකපාරට.
But it's like because there are different ways of looking at things, it is very difficult to draw a direct line between those two groups of 10 good kind of activities.
හැබැයි ඒ 10 ගොඩවල් දෙකම පුඤ්ඤාභි සංකාර කියලා කියන්නේ.
So, but from both groups of 10 good activities, the punya sankara or the strong meritorious formation is produced.
එතකොට මේ පුඤ්ඤාභි සංකාර නිසා කාම භවයේ උප්පත්තිය ලැබෙනවා.
Then based on that meritorious strong formation, one gets the rebirth or arising in a sensual sphere.
එතකොට කාම භවයේ
is the kama bhava.
ඒ කාම ඒතර කාම භවය කියන එක අර පුඤ්ඤාභි සංකාර වලින් හැදෙනවා. ඒ නිසා කාම භවයේ ජාතිය සිද්ධ වෙනවා.
So because of this kama bhava, a birth happens. So the kama bhava conditions the birth itself.
එතකොට මම එතන කිව්වේ පුඤ්ඤාභි සංකාර හින්දා කාම භවය කියලා එකක් පනවන්න පුළුවන්. කාම භවයේ හින්දා කාම භවයේ ජාතියක් පනවන්න පුළුවන්. නිසා අරක නිසා මේක වෙනවා.
So it is something like that. Because of the punya sankara there is kama bhava, and because of the kama bhava there is the birth in the sensual sphere.
එතකොට කාම භවය කියන එක තේරුම් ගත්තාම තව ගොඩක් දේවල් තේරුම් ගන්න පුළුවන්. කාම භවය කියන එකේ හොඳ කොටස ගැන විතරක් මේ වෙලාවේ අපි කතා කරමු. මොකද මේ පුඤ්ඤාභි සංකාර ගැන කතා කරන නිසා.
So then when we talk about the kama bhava or the sensual existence, there are so many other details we can talk about and good to talk about. For now, we consider only the good, pleasant kind of side of the sensual existence, because we are now considering the results of the meritorious strong formation.
එතකොට කාම භවයේ තියෙනවා ප්‍රධාන වශයෙන්ම කාම සුගති 6ක්.
So within the sensual existence we have 6 sensual sphere divine realms.
ඒ වගේම ඒකට අපිට කාම සුගතියක් විදිහට මනුෂ්‍ය ලෝකෙත් එකතු කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒතර කාම සුගති 7ක් තියෙනවා.
Sometimes the human realm is also can be kind of included in that, so then they say 7 kind of like heavenly or divine sensual sphere realms.
එතකොට භවපච්චය ජාති කියනකොට ඒ තැන් 7 උපදින එක තමයි අදහස් වෙන්නේ.
So when we say existence, conditions, birth, that means a birth happens in one of these realms.
එතකොට ඒ හත දැනගන්න එක හොඳයි. මනුෂ්‍ය ලෝකේ, චාතු මහරජික ලෝකේ, තාවතිංස ලෝකේ, යාම ලෝකේ, කුසිත ලෝකේ, පරිණිම්මිත වසවර්ති ලෝකේ, නිර්මාණ රති ලෝකේ. ඔන්න ඔය ටික තමයි කාම සුගත.
Paranimita Vasavati.
ඔව් පරිණිම්මිත වසවර්ති.
So we have the last one, top one is called Paranimita Vasavati, the kind of masters of others' creations is the highest one. Then you have the ones that delight in creation is the second highest. Then you have Tusita is kind of pleasant, happy mind. Tusita. Under that you have Yama, the Yama god, then Tavatinsa is the 33, and then Chatu Maharajika is the 4 great kings.
No, Yama means not 33. Tavatinsa is 33.
It didn't say so.
Huh?
Yes, I see. And the first, and then you can add up the human realm, which makes sense.
Why is Tavatinsa called 33?
Because 33 gods are the main characters in that world. Now for the moment, present day 33 worlds, Sak and his 33 friends became the leaders or rulers of that world. So it is called Tavatinsa. 33. Tavatinsa is 33. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒ ලෝකේ ප්‍රධාන ලක්ෂණය 33 දෙනෙක් ඒ ලෝකය ලීඩ් කරනවා. එතකොට දැන් ඔන්න ලෝක ගැන කැමැත්තෙන් පින් කළොත් එහෙම අන්න ඒව තමයි පුඤ්ඤාවි සංඛාර. ඔය ලෝක හතේ උපදින්න තෘෂ්ණාව ඇතුව පින් කළොත් ඒවට කියන්න පුළුවන් පුඤ්ඤාවි සංඛාර. එමෙහෙම ඔය ලෝක හතේ උපදින විදිය තෘෂ්ණාවක් ඇතුව පින් කළොත් එහෙම ඒවට කියනවා පුඤ්ඤාවි සංඛාර.
So if I understand correctly, if you have kind of craving for one of these fields of existence and you do something good, that is the punyāvi sankhara that produces the sensual existence.
දැන් මේ මිනිස්සු කරන ගොඩාක් පින්කම් ඒ විදිහේ ඒවා ඒ ඔය හතේ උපතක් ගෙන දිය හැකි ඒවා මිනිස්සු කරන පින්කම් කියන ඒවා ගොඩක් වෙනවා.
So a lot of meritorious activities that are done, they are done with that kind of idea of getting kind of birth or existence in those kind of heavenly plane.
දැන් ඇත්තෙම ඒගොල්ලන්ට ඔය දිව්‍ය ලෝකෙක උපදිනවා කියලා අදහසක් නැති වෙයි. නමුත් ඒ දිව්‍ය ලෝකයක උපදින සුදුසු විදිය පින්කමක් කළොත් ඒ හේතුවෙන් ඒවා තමයි උපදින්නේ.
So sometimes the people might not know about these different realms, but they have some kind of idea about some heavenly realm, which is not like Brahma world, but kind of more like the sensual sphere realm. And if they do kind of meritorious activity that is fitting that level of some of these realms, then the birth in that realm can happen.
ඔව් දැන් ඒක උදාහරණයක් විදිහට කිව්වොත් දැන් අපි කොළඹට තියෙන පාරක ගියොත් අපි නොදැනම වුණත් කොළඹට තමයි යන්නේ. අපි ගම්පහට තියෙන පාරේ ගියොත් නොදැනම වුණත් ගම්පහට යවෙනවා. ඒ වගේ ඒ අදාළ පින්කම් කළාම ඒ ලෝක වලට අපුව යවෙනවා.
So again, the kind of illustration is if you go on a road that leads to Colombo, even if you don't know it leads to Colombo, you end up in Colombo. Or if you go on the road that leads to Gampaha, even if you don't know that, you can get to Gampaha. So like that, if the potential of the merit you are doing is kind of matching that kind of one of these realms, then even if you don't really understand it, you can end up there.
ඒ ලෝකවල ප්‍රධාන වශයෙන්ම තියෙන්නේ අපි අත්දකින්නේ පිනේ විපාක වශයෙන් ලස්සන රූපයි සද්දයි සුවඳයි රසයි ස්පර්ශයි.
So the main thing there is kind of the five senses experience there is kind of very much more amazing than the human realm. So everything looks beautiful, all the sounds are extremely pleasing. There is no smell, there is just fragrance of amazing kind of fragrance. Tastes are like divine. And bodily sensations, no unpleasant ones, only very like nice ones, amazing.
දැන් ඒ ගැන ලෝභය ඇති කරගන්න එපා. නමුත් මම කියන්නම් තව ටිකක්. එහි ගෑනු අය අවුරුදු 10ට 16ට විතරයි වයස යන්නේ.
So don't get greedy for this. But another thing is, it's explained that the divine beings that are females, they look like they are 16 years old.
පිරිමි අය අවුරුදු 20ට විතරයි වයස යන්නේ.
And the guys, they look about 20.
ඉතින්
If they are Japanese, they cannot have any kind of interaction. Or maybe even Sinhalese.
right? I couldn't follow that.
No, you cannot.
එතකොට අන්න ඒව තමයි මේ පුඤ්ඤාභි සංකාර වලින් ලබා දෙන්නේ ඒව තමයි.
So all these things, they are obtained thanks to the material strong formation.
ඒක මනුෂ්‍යයන්ගේ නම් ආයුෂ හරියටම කියන්න බෑ. හැබැයි ඔය හයේ ඉපදුනාම ආයුෂ නිශ්චිතයි. අතරමඟදී මැරෙන්නේ නැහැ සාමාන්‍යයෙන්. මිනිස්සුන්ගේ ආයුෂ අවිනිශ්චිතයි. හැබැයි දිව්‍ය ලෝක හයේ ආයුෂ නිශ්චිතයි.
So the other thing is, in human realm, the length of life is quite unpredictable. So it's not like that in the divine realm.
දැන් යටම දිව්‍ය ලෝකෙ ඉපදුනොත් එහෙම ආයුෂ අවුරුදු 90 ලක්ෂයක් තියෙනවා.
So in the lower realm, that's the divine realm of the four great kings, the lifespan is 90,000 years.
ඊට උඩේකේ 3 කෝටි 60 ලක්ෂයයි. ඒ කියන්නේ 33. 3 කෝටි 60 ලක්ෂයක් ඊට උඩ එකේ ආයුෂ. ඒ කියන්නේ තාවතිංශයේ ආයුෂ 3 කෝටි 60 ලක්ෂයයි.
So in the Tavatimsa realm, the lifespan is 30 million and 60,000.
No, 30 million 60 ලක්ෂය means another
this is so stupid. Okay.
6 million. 36 million.
36 million.
ඊට පස්සේ ඊට උඩ යාමේ ආයුෂ 14 කෝටි 40 ලක්ෂයයි. ඒ කියන්නේ
So in the next one is
140 million.
Something million.
144 million. ඊට උඩ එකේ ආයුෂ 750 කෝටි 60 ලක්ෂයයි. ඒ කියන්නේ 576 million.
No, that is already billions, no?
ඉලක්කම් 57 කෝටි. 50 not billion. 57 කෝටි. I don't know the 40.
Okay, 50, yeah, like half a billion a year and plus.
ඊට උඩ දිව්‍ය ලෝකේ 230 කෝටි 40 ලක්ෂයයි. 230 කෝටි 40 ලක්ෂයයි කියන්නේ මේක ඉලක්කම් 10ක් තියෙනවා.
So that is like probably like 3 billion and something.
ඊට උඩ දිව්‍ය ලෝකේ කියන්නේ පරිණිමිත වසවත් දිව්‍ය ලෝකේ 921 කෝටි 60 ලක්ෂයයි. 921 කෝටි 60 ලක්ෂයයි. 921 කෝටි 60 ලක්ෂයයි. ඒකේ ඉලක්කම් තියෙනවා.
What is the egg?
921 කෝටි 60 ලක්ෂ.
9 to 1 and
92160, another 5 zeros.
Okay, so very low.
Navasiya kodi lakshya. That can be 921 or 9,216 million can be. How we know these things?
Yes, that's
We know they are in the books.
No, we know all these things. Buddha has seen and declared and available in Abhidhamma. And especially if you read Dhamma Hade Vibhanga in Abhidhamma Pitaka, Vibhangapakarana, you will find all these data. Otherwise, nobody can know these, and maybe Arahants can know, I don't know.
What does that mean actually a divine year? Does it mean they also have a sun and they also go around the sun once?
No, I
it's
think
finished?
this is measured in human.
In human year.
Yes, human, yes.
But usually at the end he says, but each year in that realm is so many years of human realm. So I thought it's
Now, actually,
No, I think these numbers will
now,
very big up.
now 50 years of human is the 1 day of lowest realm.
okay, that's right.
100 years of humans, 1 day of second realm, like that. And they have first lowest realm have such 500 years as their life.
So I think the highest one has the 80,000, but in their realm, the 1 year, or like, I don't know, 1,000 years of human life is 1 day. So then because of that, it becomes-
Now, highest realm, they have 16,000 years of divine years.
and 1 year is,
1 year can be,
no, 1 day,
no, 1 day can be 1,600 days of hours is 1 day in that realm.
But what I meant is
so it's like a bit more than 3 years.
in human realm,
Yes.
1 year lasts like the planet goes around the sun and it comes back to the same spot, so that's 1 year.
No, not 3 years. Our 1,600 years of hours
Years,
is
not days.
Not,
Okay.
years is there 1 day. So how we can know these things? Because Buddha said otherwise no way to know these things.
But I think, Bhante, for many of us is an important question. How do they count 1 year? Do they have a planet that goes around their sun and finishes that, so they say 1 year? Or what is the way that they say 1 year is finished?
Anyway, this is my idea, okay? I can't find this explanation exactly from books. We have this our sun. So our sun, probably their sun also,
The same one.
same one, but they are very far from our sun. Very, very far. Now even our knowledge, according to our knowledge, if you go to the Pluto, or Uranus or Neptune, their 1 year is very long than our 1 year. Their 1 day is very long than our 1 day. Same way,
So
these
they live in
divine...
darkness?
No, not darkness. Can't have darkness.
Because if you go Pluto, there is almost no light because the sun is so far away.
That's correct. That can be, but the divine worlds can have their own lights, isn't it? Yes. Even divine beings, especially Brahmas, Abhasaras, they emitting light from their body. Same way, divine worlds can have their own light system, not like our electricity.
Or they could be, I mean, if we want to put them somewhere in space, they could be who knows where, because the space is so huge. They don't have to be in the solar system. To me, it looks actually kind of unrealistic to say that they also stay in the solar system. Why not in some other system?
No, because according to Buddhist cosmology, it is explained that our sun circulates in a certain circle. So, according to my understanding, this circle has connection with these divine realms. Again, there is said there are 1,000 suns system, and again there is another explanation. This 1,000 suns system is one system, and there are thousands of them, like that. Buddha has explained lengthily about these things. If you read this Ananda Sutta in Anguttara Nikaya, you will find some information about this. So it's good to read that sutta also.
I have a question. This Dasa Sahasri Loka Dhatu has one Tavatimsa, or all of these Dasa Sahasri has their own Tavatimsa?
Their own Tavatimsas, I think. Chandrika no Anguttara Nikaya පළවෙනි පොතයි ඉංග්‍රීසි පොතයි කියන්න පුළුවන්. It is not.
Lokam said some suttas, if you read, you can understand they are probably not coming from the Buddha.
You have to have knowledge like Buddha to decide.
I think for most foreigners, if these things are discussed, their saddha is decreasing.
No, actually, it can happen otherwise also.
Yes, saddha in science is definitively increasing.
Yes. No. In science, there is no saddha, no. If there is saddha, no science anymore.
Which book is it?
It's in third. What is the Vagga? Ananda Vagga probably, no?
I don't know, you did not tell me now. And there is one here. Here it's called setting up. It's here.
Name is Ananda something, no?
No, here it's called setting up. And the number would be like 3238.
3238. It's not easy to find.
It's a bit long, but it has some talk about this one.
So, Bodhisattva has not read this particular sutta?
I can read just this part because there's like almost 2 pages before this. No. Here it's called Abhibu. Sorry.
Abhibu. can't. Can you open this book?
So that is number 32310.
Because it has 4 something. Yes,
323. Yeah, 32310. Okay.
මේ වැරදි පොතනේ ඔය.
This is submitted.
නෑ අංගුත්තර 1 ඕනේ 1. මම මේ හොයනවා.
It has to start with 3.
Yes. අංගුත්තර 1.
Then, so it's called Abhibhu, page 330. Then the Venerable Ananda approached the Blessed One and said to him, Bhante, in the presence of the Blessed One I heard this, in his presence I learned this. Abhibhu, a disciple of the Blessed One, Sikhi, while staying in the Brahma world, conveyed his voice through a 1000-fold word system. How far, Bhante, can the Blessed One, the Arahat, the perfectly enlightened one, convey his voice? He was a disciple, Ananda. The Tathagatas are immeasurable. A second time, the Venerable Ananda said to the Blessed One, Bhante, in the presence of the Blessed One, I heard this and so on. How far, Bhante, can the Blessed One, the Arahat, the perfectly enlightened one, convey his voice? He was a disciple, Ananda. The Tathagatas are immeasurable. A third time, the Venerable Ananda said to the Blessed One, Bhante, in the presence of the Blessed One, I heard this and so on. How far, Bhante, can the Blessed One, the Arahat, the perfectly enlightened one, convey his voice? Have you heard, Ananda, about a 1000-fold minor world system? It is the time for this Blessed One, it is the time for this Blessed One, fortunate one, the Blessed One should speak. Having heard this from the Blessed One, the bhikkhus will retain it in mind. Well then, Ananda, listen and attend closely, I will speak. Yes, Bhante, the Venerable Ananda replied, the Blessed One said this, 1,000 times the world in which the sun and moon revolve and light up to quarters with their brightness is called a 1000 minor world system. In that 1000-fold world system there are 1000 moons, 1000 suns, and 1000 Sineru king of mountains, 1000 Jambudipas, 1000 Aparagoyanas, 1000 Uttarakurus, 1000 Kubba Videhas, 1000 4 great oceans, 1000 4 great kings, 1000 heavens of the three, 1000 all these are all of them, okay, up to the Paraminimita Vattava.
So all the
1,000 devas who control what is created by others, 1,000 Brahma worlds. A world that is 1,000 times 1,000 for minor world system is called 1,000 to the second power middling world system. A world that is 1,000 times 1,000 to the second power middling world system is called 1,000 to the third power great world system. Ananda, the Tathagata can convey his voice as far as he wants in 1,000 to the third power great world system. But in what way, Bhante, can the Tathagata convey his voice as far as he wants in 1,000 to the third power great world system? Here, Ananda, the Tathagata suffuses with his radiance 1,000 to the third power great world system. When those beings perceive that light, then the Tathagata projects his voice and makes them hear its sound. It is in such a way, Ananda, that the Tathagata can convey his voice as far as he wants in 1,000 to the third power great world system. When this was said, Venerable Ananda said to the Blessed One, it is my good fortune, I am very fortunate that my teacher is so powerful and mighty. When this was said, the Venerable Udayi said to the Venerable Ananda, what is it to you, friend Ananda, that your teacher is so powerful and mighty? When this was said, the Blessed One said to the Venerable Udayi, Do not say so, Udai, do not say so, Udai. Udai, if Ananda were to die without being free of lust, then because of his confidence, he would exercise celestial kingship among the Devas 7 times and great kingship in this Jambudipa 7 times. However, in this very life, Ananda will attain final Nibbana. This is a bit strange.
Why?
Because he says he would be 7 and 7, but Ananda was already a stream enter.
The power of his mind at that time has such power to give birth that time. 7 times means Sotapannas can be born 7 times.
No, but this is 7 times as king of Devas, is 7 times as great kings in Jambudipa. So that's 14.
If he born as a divine being 7 times, that is one way, and if he born as a human being 7 times, that is another. So if you understand this kind of cosmology, Buddhist cosmology, then only you can understand previous things we read.
I have a question. Now, our world system, like according to the science, okay, it has many moons, not one, and the moons are not sources of life. They just reflect the light of the sun. So how to make up this?
So Buddha explained these things to the people lived in 2600 years ago to understand. At that time, no science, but Buddha can't convince today's science to those people. So Buddha...
But in one place Buddha says, if it's true, he will not do what you say.
No. Buddha didn't. Buddha said to the people to understand or beneficial for those people. So if today Buddha appear in the world, Buddha will speak in another way for the today's people. Buddha spoke, we have to always remember, Buddha spoke to the people who lived 2600 years ago in India. So for such people, this is the way to explain it. So now, if you have faith in Buddha, you can understand this thing without any problem. But if you don't have problem, then you will think this is not the sutta preached by the Buddha. This is completely depend on faith. So if you have faith in this kind of things, then only you can understand things we discussed already. Each realm has this much of lifespan, etc. So all this information came to us from the Buddha. So anyway, because of punya abhisankara, we will get rebirth in those kind of systems, worlds or divine worlds. This is the basic right view according to Buddhism. Atti paroloko. There is another world. There are another worlds. According to our meritorious action, we will go there. And the beings there, after finishing their power of the merits, can come back here. So this is the basic right view. If you have this kind of big understanding about the world system, then you can have better understanding about your samsara. In order to understand the suffering or the samsaric nature, we learn all these things. So our suffering is not just our mental problems today we have. It's a huge thing. Today we have some pains and sufferings and sorrows. Actually, it is not the suffering. It's a huge thing. That's why we need to come out of samsara. Now it's 6 o'clock, no? So you can discuss another day, another time.
I think this one really suggests more like what body said. That like it's not the kind of really physical, our sun's solar system. It's kind of somewhat connected, but
yes,
on a kind of like kind of a little bit different plane of existence.
Yes, all these explanations given by Buddha's divine, according to Buddha's divine eye. not according to normal physical eye or telescope or like that, not that. Buddha using his divine eye saw this and explained. And telescopes and our cameras and other things can't catch everything what Buddha saw. එහෙනම් අද දවසට අපි මෙතකින් සමාප්ත කරමු.
I have to find the sutta, but I don't know how to